This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. Indianapolis-based Energy Systems Network has launched the Hydrogen Industry Alliance, a network of industry partners designed to support the development of the clean hydrogen market in the Midwest. CEO Paul Mitchell says there is a growing interest in hydrogen among different companies for varied uses.
That mix of companies that are going to be part of this from the very beginning, it's not your typical bedfellows that are coming together around this topic. And I think that's frankly a strength of the opportunity because, let's say, policymakers and communities, are going to be hearing about this topic from multiple sources and multiple constituencies that, maybe aren't always on the same side.
The first meeting of the Alliance's 7 inaugural member companies is set for May 22nd. The city of Fort Wayne has announced a launch date for its downtown Designated Outdoor Refreshment Area, or DORA. Beginning Sunday, patrons will be able to take alcoholic drinks, which are poured into a 16-ounce plastic cup with a specific design, outside of an approved establishment as long as they stay within the permitted boundaries. The Theodore Roosevelt High School building in Gary is included in this year's list of America's 11 most endangered places from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. The school, built in 1930, closed in 2019 after extreme cold weather caused pipes to burst, leading to serious water damage. Indiana Landmarks included the building in its own 10 most endangered list in 2020 and 2021. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
Katie Anthony, the former co-owner of Anthony Travel in South Bend, started the sports travel agency with her husband John out of a shared love for sports, travel, and hospitality. The company, billed as the largest provider of collegiate sports travel management services, was acquired in 2016, nearly 3 decades after its founding. In a Q&A for our South Bend Elkhart Region Report newsletter, Anthony said among her proudest accomplishments at the company was its staff retention.
We have a lot of people that have been with us for many, many years and feel so fortunate about that. It's one of our, actually probably the things that mean the most to us, people who've been with us for 25, 30 years, who would have obviously had opportunities to go other places, but I hope it's because we treat them right and we really value our people. My husband likes to say, I want to be everybody's second job. Because, when you hire the first job, they don't really understand what a great place it is, right? You're always looking. And now in this world, you get a lot of pings on LinkedIn. You get a lot of things. You go look. We've had people leave and come back. Just like, wow, we didn't know what it was like out there. So I think you just try and be very respectful and treat people well. And we've been very lucky to keep our good people.
The company still exists as on-location experiences. You can read the full Q&A at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Development Commission on Wednesday gave preliminary approval for a new taxing district that could be used to help pay for a new professional soccer stadium on the east side of downtown. The commission voted 7-1 to advance the map specifying the boundaries of a new professional sports development area that would provide funding for a soccer-specific stadium that has been proposed by Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett as part of a city pursuit of a Major League Soccer franchise. The MDC's vote sends the proposal to the City County Council, which will introduce the measure during its next meeting on May 13th. Agronovis Indiana CEO Mitch Frazier is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.